One of the greatest snubs in Oscar history was in 2009, when The Dark Knight failed to earn a Best Picture or Best Director nomination. Sure, snubs happen all the time, but this one was felt so profoundly by the Academy that the very next year they expanded the number of Best Picture nominations, in the hopes of giving a better chance at the gold to more commercial, yet now also highly critically acclaimed films. It didn't really work though, and now the Best Picture category is a bit of a clusterfuck. And Christopher Nolan still don't have no Oscar, but he does have Oscar fever. Yes, it strikes the unsuspecting every now and then, and as they seek their precious, they end up making increasingly odd career decisions that only further estrange them from the Academy, and sometimes audiences. Oh, who are we kidding? We're really just talking about poor Leonardo DiCaprio, but maybe also his Inception director? Speaking of Inception, it got Nolan closer to the gold than ever before. Way back in 2002, he and his brother/writing partner Jonathan Nolan were nominated for Best Original Screenplay for Memento. But with Inception, they not only got another original screenplay nod, but Nolan also got one for Best Picture. And that nomination he shared with his wife/producing partner. Turns out movie making is a family affair for Christopher Nolan, but for Interstellar, he's wooing the Academy's family as well. Hey, you know the drill. When you like someone, you convince all their friends and family members of how awesome you are, so they talk you up, right? So how many of the Academy's closest friends and relatives has Nolan tapped? The two leads are Oscar darlings and recent winners Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. Double nominee Jessica Chastain and single nominee Casey Affleck, brother of Ben, big-time Oscar winner, also star. And Interstellar also features previous Oscar winners Ellen Burstyn and Michael Caine. There's also a surprise cameo by another Oscar winner. By the way, don't go on IMDb. It will totally ruin this movie for you. I am serious. Do not do it. Hoyt van Hoytema takes over as Nolan's new DP, although Wally Pfister might be returning shortly. And Hoytema's last gig was Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, which landed several Oscar nominations itself. Then, for some reason, Linda Obst has joined Nolan and his wife as a producer, maybe to make sure this isn't an exact duplicate of Contact, which she also produced, or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, which she also produced. The Fisher King is on her resume too, though, and that got plenty of nominations, and one win for Mercedes Ruehl. Remember Mercedes Ruehl? No? You'd think such a short Oscar attention span on the part of audiences would be the antidote to Oscar fever, but no. Anyway, since so many people in Interstellar already have an Oscar, does this increase the odds that Nolan himself will be the big winner this time? The Academy does try to avoid handing out bookends. But also further improving Nolan's Oscar odds is that he's doing something different. By borrowing a little Spielberg, a little Kubrick, he's showing not only an urge to grow creatively, but also that he humbly acknowledges he has more to learn. The Academy eats that stuff up. Also, this isn't a genre film, proving that Nolan is willing to play by the Academy's rules and perhaps meet them halfway, as odds are Interstellar will make a big bang at the box office, which the Academy usually doesn't like. Yes, films like Avatar and Gravity have done some of the preliminary work of making Oscar more accepting of successful sci-fi films. Although Interstellar is a bit of an anti-Gravity, with Nolan going out of his way to use as little special effects as possible, and shooting on film. The Academy will probably love that too. Furthermore, Nolan is such a hot commodity that both Paramount and Warner Brothers want a piece of Interstellar, along with Legendary Pictures, the production company who by and large made Nolan the uber success he is today. And with all that money invested not just in Interstellar, but ideally long-term in Nolan, you can bet all three companies will invest heavily in Interstellar's Oscar campaign as well. In fact, word is that Paramount is bringing over Harvey Weinstein's longtime Oscar campaign advisor, Lisa Tabak, who Weinstein might have fired. But still, that's another feather in Nolan's hopeful Oscar cap. The only thing that's missing is Leonardo DiCaprio. Damn! So close yet again. What do you think? Is this Nolan's best shot at an Oscar yet, or is he just coming off as desperate? And should he have taken Leo with him? Write your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.